Welcome to the monthly mini for August 2022. I'm Sarah Lascano, and I'm an energy healer at Ray Zen Energy, where I help people recover their health and reclaim their lives. We're going to take just 5 minutes to balance the body and the mind in our monthly mini for this month. So let's jump into our session together. There is so much going on in the world right now, and what is really coming up in my practice and in myself is stability. Okay, so much is at play, and I think this is really kind of affecting our ground at times. So what we want to do today is balance your ability to stay grounded amidst change and to retain your power. So when things are changing, sometimes we feel that we are being buffeted by the world, by world events, whether it's rising interest rates, whether it's inflation, whether it is wanting to look for a different job, whether it's a relationship that is in flux at the moment for you. Whatever it is that could be affecting your ground and your stability, we're going to balance this. Now, the body and mind tend to hold this in the spine, in the pelvis, and in the belly, in the digestion, especially lower digestion. So we're going to start right there and balance this for you. So we're going to hold the second and first chakras. These are energy centers at the base of the spine and in the pelvis. And we're going to hold that with the idea here of balancing your power. Feeling that you have control over what happens in your life, how you respond to it, and how you move through it. We don't always control everything, or I'm not saying that, but when we feel that we have no control, then we can really be swept away and knocked off our ground and our stability. So we're going to hold this here for you in these two lower chakras. We're going to hold this in the lower back, the sacroiliac joints, and the sacral vertebrae, S1 through 5, and lower vertebrae, L3, 4, and 5. So this section of the spine really connects our pelvis to our spine and holds us steady, founded, rooted, secure, steady, that we know that we are rooted and we will not get blown away by whatever is moving through. Whatever storm is coming, we know we have a grounding and a safety around us. We're going to hold that for you here. And we're going to reference financial pressures that are going on. Most of us have been touched by inflation and the cost of living right now going up. And that may be putting financial pressures on your budget. And we're going to hold that, grounding in the security that there's a way through and you're going to be okay. We're going to hold this for relationship woes. If you have major upheaval going on right now, I've heard in my practice of multiple people who have long-time relationships that are ending, dissolving, significantly changing. So this is a very tumultuous time. If that is happening in your life, we're going to anchor you and know that you are grounded and you will make it through. And the same is true for any other major shift or change, even if it's just transformative, energetic in nature. Whatever it is, we're anchoring you down so that you can move through these without being swept away. We're connecting this balance to ground, deeply grounding your energy all the way from the crown down through the head, throat, heart, belly, and root at the base of the spine, and then through the legs and into the earth, giving you a deep, deep ground. Now remember, when we are in our body and out of our mind, that's when we are grounded. So if you catch your mind spinning, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? How in the world am I going to make it through? What if this gets worse? Any of those kinds of stories we want to hold, bring ourselves back into the body, connect to the breath, connect to the belly, put your hand on your chest or your belly, connect to the body, and get out of the mind, get into the present moment. That's what's going to take you out of that spiral and get you back to your ground. All right, and the very last thing I want to balance here is that power piece, which is second and third energy centers, the solar plexus and sacral chakras. And we want to hold this as it relates to the digestive organs, especially the large intestine. And I'm hearing pancreas. The pancreas is something that helps us adapt. It has to be adaptable to help us digest our food. It's always on the ball, knowing what is coming down through what are we eating or drinking, and how does it need to respond to keep our body in homeostasis. And so we're really going to hold this adaptability in the pancreas, linking it to our ability to go with the flow, to surrender, but also to move through with mindfulness, with grounded presence. So we're going to hold this here for you in these two parts of digestion. And finally, even in these trying moments that are tumultuous and crazy, we want to really try to tap into joy, the sweetness of life. And this can be really hard at moments, especially if we have a lot of chaos going on right now with our health, with our families, with our finances, whatever it may be. There is a lot of tumultuous energy right now. So we're going to hold being able to tap into the sweetness of everyday moments, the joy that can be found in these little tiny moments. Just a little tiny dose of joy in 5 seconds or less throughout the day can add up tremendously. A beautiful sunrise, your child sleeping peacefully, a delightful meal that you created that tastes amazing, that's fresh and wonderful. Whatever it is, letting you connect and let in that joy in these tiny little moments to let it nurture and grow, because we can snowball, amplify, grow that joy into much bigger amounts as we practice, as we anchor it, and as we stay grounded. All right. This concludes our session for this month. If you enjoyed this session and want to go deeper, I'd like to invite you to check out Elevate, my new membership that offers sessions, resources, education, support, and all kinds of live healing opportunities. Check it out at rayzenenergy.com/elevate. And I'll see you next month for our mini.